AtGames announces a lag fix for the 4KP, sort of. Evercade announces that the EXP-R is delayed again, and Unico announces a Nova Blast coin. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of This Week, the show where we talk about what happened this week in home arcades. Episode 156. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Sadly, we just had a loss in the arcade. It's a small setback. Don't worry. We'll be back on track. But unfortunately, as you can see right here in this region here, Crazy Taxi is down. The monitor, I told you, has been going in and out on me. Well, today when I fired it up for the show, I just heard some crackling, and I think I didn't see any sparks, but it sounded like sparks. I didn't see smoke or smell smoke, but it could be smoking. I have no idea. So I unplugged it, and it's I think it's officially, the monitor is officially done. So that's really sad. So I'm going to have to do something about that. I'll check out the chassis, see if I can get it replaced or repaired, not replaced, but get it repaired. Hopefully I can get it repaired, because if not, then that means I got to go back to Unico and get another monitor, right? And I'm really waiting for them to give us an answer on that that Pro version of the 26-inch. So until I hear more about that, I really want to buy anything right now. So we'll check out the chassis. I'll talk to my guy. I got a guy. Yeah, you got a guy. I got a guy. We all got guys. I got this guy, this chassis guy, this monitor guy, and hopefully he can help me out. I really hope he can just kind of fix it and get it going. But it's going to be, I know it's going to be one of those weird, funky freaking monitors, because it's like early 2000s, late 90s. So I'm sure there'll be some kind of problem or issue. That's all part of the fun of owning real arcades. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Like I said, episode 156, we're going to get into some good stuff tonight. But first, let's say hi to everybody, you know, that stopped by, checking out the show, whatnot. And I want to know, tell me right now, tell me in the comment section, if you're watching this on replay, what are you drinking tonight? I am drinking Blanton's. We're going to finish off the single barrel Blanton's tonight. It's actually, you see the bottle is empty because it is in the glass. Obviously, we're going to keep the bottle. Come on, this is Blanton's. Going to keep the topper absolutely. And we're going to drink this neat tonight, of course. I mean, that's how you drink Blanton's, of course. Unless you're John Wick, you can drink it on the rocks, and it helps with the pain. Cheers, everybody. Hoping you had a good, productive week, a good weekend. Man, work cut into my weekend pretty bad this week. If you follow me on Facebook, you know that I went to Oklahoma, and it just didn't go okay. I wanted it to go okay, but it didn't go okay. I mean, eventually we got it going, but it took me several more days than I thought. Instead of heading home Thursday, I didn't get home till yesterday. So that was just a ton of fun. And the bar project is going swimmingly. One minor setback though, and I think I'm going to blame Michael B on this one. He jinxed me. He put the negative vibes and the karma in the air. And it's all his fault. It's all his fault. I pre-ordered some prefab butcher block countertop. I wanted to get this stuff that was already done so that I could just install it, make a few cuts, but overall just kind of install it and get it done. Well, the stuff shows up and one was damaged, and then I just didn't really like the look, especially if you've seen Megadesk. You know how cool that looks with that dark stain. This other stuff was just a little too light, and I just didn't think it was going to be worthy of the bar. The 19K Fox basement lounge. That's not really the arcade, it's the lounge area. So I thought, I got to do something about that. I got to fix that. So took that stuff back, and I got the good old stuff. I got the old unfinished raw material. We're going to do this the right way. This is probably the way that it should have been done from the beginning. So the first piece is cut for the countertop. That is done now. We got to check out the bar top's going to be done tomorrow. I'm going to fabricate that, get that all done, and then just cover it all with the oil and install it this week, and it's going to look great. You'll see a couple pictures of that. Probably not going to do a whole video about it, but I'm excited about that. Excited to get that done because, 4th of July, not 4th of July, but Labor Day is coming up. We got family coming over, and obviously the arcade is in pretty good shape, except for this guy who decided to die on me. But other than that, we're in pretty good shape in here to get the rest of the house up to snuff. So that's what I did this weekend. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Hopefully your work didn't cut into your weekend like it did mine. You know what I'm drinking? There's another thing we talk about every single week on this weekend. There is a poll question in the chat right now. Jump over there. This is I kind of had fun with this one. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this one. With the whole AtGames thing going on, not everybody's going to buy a pinball machine, a 4KP. Not everybody's going to do that. Not everybody owns one or whatever. So I wanted to kind of just get everybody's sort of take from the outside looking in. What do you think about this? How does it feel? The situation with AtGames, if you're keeping up with it, because it's kind of unfolding kind of like a soap opera. So I gave you a couple options here. Here's a question. First of all, what do you think of the whole AtGames 4KP rollout? This whole sort of thing going on. Like I said, it's kind of a soap opera right now. I gave you 4 options. I said the first one is everything's going great. Number 2 is bumpy, but they're on the right track. Number 3 is most of the news is bad. And number 4, this reminds me of the iArcade. Remember the iArcade? It was all, hey, all right, hey, family, everything's going great. Don't worry about it. And then the next day they were gone. Like, what? What happened? Oh, that's messed up. Probably over an exaggeration. That might be better. That analogy may be better applied to like Arcade 1-Up. But I'm sure they're doing fine. Let's jump on over to the website and see. Oh, we don't know what they're doing over there because the ads on the website. We'll check back with them later. I don't know. It's evidently something they're just still trying to work out over there. Yeah, times are tough. Times are tough for Arcade 1-Up. But we're not gonna dwell on that tonight. Not gonna talk about them much at all. Really, there's nothing really going on over there. They've got that new XL machine out, and I think I've got the better version of that with the right monitor. It's got the games on it that I want. But if you're digging it, and there's a few people out there that have got this in the community that have been showing it off. If you're digging it, I hope you're having a blast with it. And the good thing about that one is you don't have to replace the monitor like I did on mine. But in any event, that's about all that's going on that. We did, I think there was a video that P-Dubs put up where he actually went to a Costco and played it and checked it out. So I don't think that he bought it. But did Biggie D buy it? You got to check out that video to see what the result was. But let's forget about all that stuff. Let's talk about everybody that's here. We're going to talk to we're going to take the first 10 comments, so not the top 10, but the first 10 comments in the chat. Starting out with number 1, Dan Z finally comes in the number 1 spot. First, hi, Fox. Good to see you, man. Good to see you as always. Show Gecko's coming in the number 2 spot. Second, make it a good one. Well, you did, buddy. You're here. Thank you so much for being here. Coming in the number 3 spot is Game Broker 84. Happy Sunday, Fox. Can't wait for the show tonight. With AtGames fixing the lag issue, maybe, is this finally going to get you in the virtual pinball, or are you waiting for a different skin? I don't think so. I was waiting for a different skin. I was waiting for like Back to the Future or something, or Knight Rider, something very, very specific to me. But I don't think I'm waiting for a new skin. I think I've waited this long. I'm not going to jump in before they get the lag fixed. I want to make sure that happens. Whatever they're going to do, I want that to happen. I want to see if it's good and all done and nice and fixed and pretty. And then if it is, I will probably jump in. Like I said, I've got one more big purchase coming in. I know I've been talking about it for months at this point, but it is finally almost there-ish. But no, I don't think I'm at this point. I'm not waiting for a different skin. There's a couple different offerings out there in the 4K variety that I'm okay with. Probably the top spot is going to be Attack from Mars for me, but I don't know. I think that one, maybe even, and the number 2 is actually not Adam's Family. It's actually Peanuts. I kind of dig that. I like that. I like the way it looks, and it's definitely family friendly. So if the kids come over, the grandkids come over or whatever, that would definitely be cool. And it's yellow, and it's different. It would stand out a lot. So yeah, that's kind of the number 2 spot right now. But no, I'm not waiting for a reskin. I'm waiting for all the lag to get fixed. And then I'll jump in. Now, am I going to do a starter premium? I don't know all the specifics about that yet. We'll talk about that a little bit more tonight, though, for sure. Thank you so much for being here and asking the question. Coming in the number 4 spot is Andy's Game Room. What's going on, buddy? Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Coming in at number 5, Angelo P. What is going on, buddy? Supporter of the channel, a member. Thank you so much for being a member, buddy. Good evening, Fox and Chad. Can't believe how fast this weekend flew by. Yeah, tell me about it. It's crazy, right? But I did get a lot of work done, which is probably why it flew by so fast. In my arcade room yesterday, Racer is fully done and now upgraded. All right. My VPN is VPX 10.8. That's great. That's almost 11. That's wild. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Really appreciate you. As always, supporting the channel. Coming in the number 6 spot is Frank D. What's going on, buddy? Back to work tomorrow. It sucks. I got tomorrow off, but I'll be back Tuesday. But I'm in town this week, so that's good. I opened up a new bottle. All right, of the Busker, the Busker last night. So I'll have a glass while watching the show. Thank you so much for having a glass, kicking back, relaxing. Cheers, buddy. Frank, thank you so much for supporting the channel as always and being here, hanging out. Coming in the number 7 spot is Dark Empire. Happy Sunday, all. Have a blessed day. Absolutely. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed weekend. Have a blessed week. Don't work too hard, but stick around for the show. Coming in the number 8 spot is JR's. What's going on, buddy? Thank you so much for being here. Hey, everyone. Huge ass is coming in the number 9 spot. Hey, Fox and chat. Hope everybody had a lovely weekend. Am I the only one hyped that summer is nearing its end and fall is near? No, I am right there with you, buddy, because in the Cincinnati area, we actually have a fall. I was talking to the people up in Oklahoma or down in Oklahoma, and I was like, yeah, one of the reasons why I like where I live now is because we have all 4 seasons. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. So no, I enjoy the summer. Don't get me wrong, but man, I'm really digging those cool weather. The weather changing, the leaves falling, all that stuff is really cool. I dig it. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Coming in the number 10 spot is David Deming. What is going on, buddy? Happy Sunday, Fox. Arcade 1-Up has been super disappointing in 2024. Do you think they have anything left in the tank before year's end? Thank you. I do think that there's probably a couple more things they can do that could kind of help them limp across the finish line in 2024. Now, I think these are things that they can do. I don't think these are things that they're going to do. You know, a couple things would be go ahead and update some of your 4 players to the deluxe form factor, changing that, going more with the midway shape, right? And breathing a little life into those older cabinets. They've been around for a long time. I'm talking about Simpsons, X-Men, Turtles in Time. You know, I would like them to go back to the original Turtles, but you know, maybe they can't. I think if they just we need to wave goodbye to those that the second generation 4 players, in my mind, just don't look good. My personal opinion, I do not like them. I had all of the original. I had every single original 4 player, that third generation. I liked them, but I was anxious to get maybe a more accurate form factor. When they finally came out with something new, I just didn't like it at all. Unnecessary wings. It was just all kind of problems. I like what they did with the NBA Jam Deluxe. The Deluxe, the 4-player Deluxe. I thought that looked great. You know, they finally slanted the control panel on the 4-player. Looked good. You know, bring that to the other 4 players. The 4 players that really need an upgrade. They really need an update. Now, I'm sure we're probably not going to see Sega. You know, the Sega Death Adder cabinets probably never going to get remade. I'm sure they've destroyed that relationship somehow. You don't know why. But I think that Turtles, X-Men, Simpsons, man, those things need to come back. Now, if they don't come back, I'm thinking that's probably because they don't have the licenses, because they seem to have no problem remaking the hell out of NBA Jam over and over and over and over and over again. But yeah, I think that would be one thing they could do. It is kind of a rehash, but at least that would be something to maybe get people, I don't know. Like I said, this would help them limp across the finish line. You know, it would never be a bad idea to actually come out with a new game, but I don't know if we're going to see anything new from them, until next year. I think maybe next year we might see something, maybe, but they just need to update a few of the things, go with the deluxe form factor with some of the older versions. I think there's some updates that some of these cabinets really, really need. I'm just sad that the Golden TXL with the proper screen and the 4:3 aspect ratio came with the midway stuff attached to it. That sucked. That was not good. So if we can't get XL, at least give us some more deluxe cabinets in some of the favorites that everybody is really wanting, really missing. So yeah, that's kind of where they could do a couple things. They could do some updates, refreshes, but if they keep doing combos, weird, awkward combos, I just don't see, I don't think that's going to help them. That's not going to carry any goodwill, I think, with consumers. But I think there's some people out there that are fans of Arcade 1-Up that consider that a new cabinet. I don't know. Zero Cool is here. JJ is here. I heard it's your birthday, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. And in the giving spirit, in the giving mood, instead of me giving you something, you're giving me a $5 super chat, buddy. This is not necessary. Thank you so much for your $5 super chat. Hey, shout out to 19K Fox and the fans here from a grumpy old gamer. We can all be kind of grumpy, buddy. We're all there. We're all right there with you. Always a good time to be had. Now take me out, Melina style. Well, listen, thank you so much for your super chat. I'm here to serve you and to send you where you know you need to go.
Finish him. Melina wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Thank you so much again for your super chat, supporting the channel. Jason Lilane is always here as always. Michael B supporting me. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. And also wishing JJ a happy birthday. Mike Hawkhurts is here. Neil Severa is here. He had a question about the Versus -R. It is actually on its way to retailers, I believe. So that's unaffected by the issue. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but I believe it is en route. I think it's part of their press release. They talked about that. But everybody else, Jonathan is here. We got the Pim Star is here. Provolone Joe. What's going on, buddy? And we got Gramps Arcade. Come on in, buddy. Sit your sweet self down. TMNCNY, Andy's Game Room. Fourth Horseman. What's going on? I sold my 4KP. Oh, your 4K, yeah, ALP. Months ago because I wasn't really happy with the performance or the price. Wow, I'll be waiting a while before I get another one. That's kind of disappointing. Very disappointing for sure. I know it was disappointing for you. Hope you got your money back, and that maybe helped. But what's not disappointing is this super chat of $10 from the Kevin Clausen. Thank you so much for your $10 super chat, buddy. Crap, I missed the top 10. Now I got to use the credit card so Fox will acknowledge me. I'm already a member, joined your Patreon, bought 20 hats, and sent money to you via Venmo, which I didn't even ask him to do. He just did it. He actually sought me out and just didn't ask any questions. The bank won't loan me any more money. Well, listen, I'm just going to tell you right now, there's nothing wrong with 3 mortgages. It's just everybody has them at this stage of the game. The interest alone is probably $95,000. But listen, that's what's 95 grand in interest payments amongst friends. Perfect. We also got James, who is mildly annoyed at some things. MSU Rich is here. The Brooklyn Menace. What's going on, buddy? What's up, 19K Fox in chat room? Indeed, we're talking some Evercade tonight, buddy. Sad, but good, kind of. I don't know. We'll talk about it tonight. We got some fun stuff to talk about. It's not all gloom and doom. The Biggie D is here. I liked some things about it, but not enough to buy one. I was trying to plug your video. Now you've spoiled the ending. What are you doing? You're supposed to say, I don't know. Did I buy it? Come check out the video. You just didn't want to promote P-Dubs. I got you. But you'll be coming on later tonight. Check out Biggie D tonight. He's going to have, I believe he's going to have P-Dubs on. They'll talk more about that. Miss Tammy G is here. Never in the top 10, so Fox won't talk to me. Miss Tammy, Miss G, I will talk to you. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I just want to make it a point to acknowledge at least 10 people before I move on, because I got to move on because I talk so much, and greetings and salutations and all that we almost forget to move on into the first topic. Just checking in with see what are they doing? What are they doing? Oh yeah, that's right. They're giving away stuff. They're not really giving away stuff, but they're shocking and awing. We're talking about AtGames. We're talking about the sporadic nature at which they're kind of telling us that you're going to have different versions of their 4KP. It's kind of weird. So let me first say this is a good thing overall. I think it's a good thing. What they're doing is cool. Having the premium starter, which I'm still kind of, I guess they're afraid. They don't want you to think that it's a crappy piece of equipment. So they want to call it so everything's premium, right? So there's premium and premium starter and all that. The premium starter was kind of a shock. It was kind of a surprise. You found out you could get this thing pretty cheap, speaking, sort of, compared to like the $1,500, $1,600 version. It was cheap, $1,000, $1,100. Not terrible, depending on your point of view. Wasn't a lot of stuff included, but it was a good way to get started, or the cheapest way to get started. Now, the Wave 1 kind of came and went, and I thought, okay, well, that was probably it. But I was not buying into the FOMO because of some of the issues, some of the lag, and I figure, well, maybe I'll just wait for a sale, because we kind of talked about this on the show last week and the week before. It's almost like, why don't you just wait until they have like a sale, like a nod sale on the premium version, and the price difference is so much that maybe, you might do it. You just might wait for that. But we thought that the premium starter was over, but no. Guess what? There is a wave 2. So what's kind of weird and what's kind of confusing and what could kind of make you kick yourself in the butt is that it's almost like if you wait longer, the deals just keep getting better. So when wave 1 was over, well, first I didn't really know that was a wave 1. I thought that was just, hey, this is just like the introductory, like there's a short time, like a limited time offer, right? And you're gonna have, and that's it, right? You're never gonna be able to do this again, one and done. And I thought, well, I'm not gonna get pressured. I don't want to do it just yet. I'm gonna wait, and it's over. It's done. But they've hit us again with a wave 2, another limited time offer. But once again, we'll get into some of the details. It's like, I don't think we really should get in a hurry at all. It seems like the more you wait, the better the deals are. So now, okay, so basically the deal ends tomorrow. This was a long weekend type of thing. It started on the 15th. I believe that was Thursday or Friday. No, it was Thursday, ending on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. In addition to that price point, that $1,000, $1,100 price point, now you're getting a better deal. So the limited time offer will be gone, like I said, tomorrow. So you get $150 off of the list price, this is factory direct, right? So you got to wait a couple weeks. It's going to be sent from China. You're not going to have the luxury of this thing showing up in a couple days because it's not shipping from the US. But there are now, this is what's crazy. So if you wait long enough, right? Wait long enough and you're going to find that there's going to be specific exclusive deals within the waves, and they're not getting worse. They're actually getting better. So if you bought something in wave 1, you're probably pissed off because you should have waited, because it looks like, now I could be reading this wrong. I don't think that it's not transferable to the first wave. I don't believe, but let's look at the first exclusive savings, and it's a $40 coupon off the purchase of a topper. So if you decide to go with the starter kit, but you just want to add the topper, well, then you're going to actually be able to get that for $40 off. Okay, well, I mean, there's shipping involved. Maybe that just offsets that, but still, it's better than the wave 1 people for sure. The wave 1 premium starter, whatever. Wave 2 is looking better and better. There's also another coupon, another $40 off if you want to buy the surround sound, the SSF, the feedback kit. If you want to buy that, exclusive to wave 2 is going to be $40 off. So it's even better than the first wave. So if we just keep going, I mean, what's going to happen in wave 3, right? Now, there is a caveat. If you look down at the very bottom, it says that the digital coupons will be delivered via an email after you make the purchase. So if you wait till tomorrow afternoon, okay, you're going to get an email for this, for these two. So you'll have these 2 coupons, right? $40 off each one. And they will only be valid for 90 days. So, it's like, okay, so you kind of have this window, but still, if you would have just waited until wave 2, I'll put myself up. Let me just put myself in this scenario. Okay. Let me just insert myself. I'll do a self insert right now. If I was going to go with the starter, I would probably like the topper, but it's not necessary. But if I could save $40 to add that to the overall scheme of things, that would be cool. I would add the topper probably, and honestly, I've thought more about the surround sound kit too. The more I hear about it, it sounds like it's definitely worth buying because of all the different feedback that it gives you. There's also some issues with the subwoofer. I've also heard that too. So I don't know. That could just be P-Dubs just being angry at AtGames. I don't know. I'll take the man at his word though. That is a problem from what I'm hearing. So those 2 items is something I was probably going to add a la carte anyway, and then go and buy the different packs, right? The different, whatever games I wanted, not necessarily just, just bulk packs, or even getting the one that came originally with the premium version. So not the premium starter, but the premium. So I would have probably just piecemeal, pick and choose some of the different packs, and just whatever the price is. But it's kind of nuts, 30% off the AtGames Legends 4KP packs and Pinball Net. That includes the Zen table. So 30% off there too. So it's kind of nuts that I don't. So when they first announced these 4KPs, these 4K pinball machines, if you jumped in super early, you got a good deal. But the longer you waited, the worse it got. which that I guess sort of made sense if you're trying to drive prices, if you're trying to drive people to purchase this immediately, right? Get a bunch of orders, a bunch of pre-orders. That made some sense to me. This is sort of the opposite. So now I'm thinking, well, hell, why would I jump in now? How about we just wait? How about we just wait for wave 3? How about we wait for wave 4? Damn, by wave 8, they could be giving this away for free. And then by wave 9 or 10, they're actually paying me to take their machine. And it's probably not going to happen. I don't know if there's going to be a wave 3 or a wave 4 because they're not really telling us this. So it is a little odd that, what are they going to do? What if they have wave 3, but they don't have the $40 off the topper, right? But they have $40 off something else, Or what if you don't have the $40 topper coupon or the $40 SSF coupon, but you get like the games, that list of games that are going to be pre-installed on the premium. That's on this. Well, I mean, it's going to be weird if you're switching out and swapping out different things. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It don't make no sense. Just like this super chat from Kevin, who says he likes to mess with me. He likes to mess with me, try to get me to read things and get me in trouble, get the old YouTube people mad at me. And this cannot happen. This cannot abide. And I'm going to go set you on fire now. Take this, huh?
Finish him. Scorpion wins. Fatality.
Whoopsie indeed. Take that, buddy. So that's interesting. There's something going on there. I don't know. Just wait longer, maybe. I have no idea. But it's odd. It's definitely odd. It's weird for sure. I don't think there's any reason to jump in. Now, if there's a wave 3 or 4, if there's more savings, I don't think we should at this point. Listen, if you haven't jumped in yet, just wait. Just wait and see. With all the lag stuff going on, it's weird. It's a bad time to buy. But don't worry, they've announced a fix. Or have they? So let's just go ahead and jump in. And this was on their AtGames Facebook post, or on their Facebook page. Let's just go through this real quick. And this is from PK saying, hey, we have been working relentlessly to solve the latency issues with the Zen tables. And that's where the focus is. The other tables seem to be okay, seem to be fine, seem to be serviceable, but the Zen tables are a problem. Although it has taken longer than expected, we have had the breakthrough by taking one small step at a time. Okay, were you trying to make big leaps before? Maybe they were trying to just clean it up, maybe just do a patch. I don't know, but they decided maybe instead of trying to jump, maybe we should take a step. Maybe we should walk before we run. I don't know. Okay, but we are excited to present the results of our hard work to the community. We wish to extend our heartfelt thanks to the stakeholders at Zen, Magic Pixel, AtGames for their unprecedented cloud. Okay, great. What'd you do? This journey has been challenging. Okay, great. But we couldn't have done it without your patience and support. Well, we had no choice. I mean, we being, I'm kind of on the outside looking in, just kind of, snickering because I haven't bought one yet. But the people that bought this, they weren't really supporting you. They were just like, hey, fix my machine that you sold me that I paid for. Some people paid a lot of money. If you didn't get on that first wave of pre-orders, you paid top dollar for this thing, and you're probably pretty pissed off. So where to leave off? The patient support. So the Addams Family updates will be, okay, these are the updates, right? These are the fixes. Will be delivered on September 12th. So you're going to have to wait another month, a little less than a month now, for both the built-in and the pinball pack versions of the game. So if you bought the game, if you bought the table and it was built in, okay, it's going to the machine, and that was built into that machine, that will be fixed. Also, if you bought the pinball pack version, that will also be fixed, by this, or I'm sorry, how do they say it? The updates will be delivered. The updates will be delivered for both of those. Updates for the Peanuts, Star Trek, Attack from Mars. All previous Zen packs will continue over a 5-week span, allowing the Addams Family release done in the sequence that follows the original sequence in chronological order. So I don't know why this. Just tell us you're going to start with one and then just move on down the line. I guess that's what they're saying in a kind of wordy way. We're going to start with Addams Family and then work on down the line in the order that your pinball machine was released. Spreading out in 5 weeks will help us avoid confusion. What? What do you mean? Okay. All new Zen packs released from September 12th onward will include these improvements. Update. and improvement. Those are the words they've used so far. We can't wait for you to experience the enhanced gameplay. Stay tuned for another update next week where we will announce new tournaments and stuff. Okay, so I call attention to the wording and the phraseology because that's exactly what PK does in a response to a question about this. We're talking about fixes. We're talking about things. What do we, I'm going to say a fix. You're going to say a lag fix. A lag is finally fixed, right? Well, that's where the ish comes in. That's where it gets a little funky. It's virtual pinball, buddy. And things are happening. Great things are happening. Evidently, that's what they're saying. I don't know. This was the funky part. So this was PK's. This is a portion of PK's response. Actually, no, I'm going to read the whole thing. I'll read the whole thing. This is PK's response to that, and he, I guess he was trying to maybe lower expectations a little bit. Not exactly sure, but let's just go ahead and read this and learn together. They wanted to share again what we said yesterday, that there are 23 Zen tables to update, for which we will execute a paced 5-week plan. So 23 tables within 5 weeks. And for all updates, we will publish each table before and after latency in milliseconds. So you're going to have a comparison, right? You're going to have, okay, here's the before, here's the latency that we measured. And after the update, here's the latency that we measured. Okay. And we will publish a tutorial for gamers to easily reproduce the measurements themselves. So they're going to let you know the measurements before and after and how they arrived at those measurements. Okay, good. Everybody's going to get on the same page, right? Let's keep reading. We will continue to stay in the engineering talk lane as the subject matter is an engineering/dev one. This is when it gets a little funky. Before and after latency numbers will correlate to the chosen I'm trying not to laugh. The chosen words we used in our original announcement that offer the engineering facts, improvement, enhanced experience. I'm using a lot of crazy hand gestures because I believe that's how he was saying it. And fix is a more subjective and fluid concept. Let me just pause for a second, because when I hear it from now in the current political climate, when I hear the word fluid, I just know that things are going to get pretty ambiguous. Okay. Things being fluid that shouldn't really be fluid. Fix is not a fluid term. Fix is a correction, is to make right. It's pretty much like, okay, we understand the standard and you have now met the standard. But I guess what they're trying to maybe be a little hazy about is said standard. So let's continue reading on, shall we? Gamers may experience the engineering improvement differently. Whoa, okay, here we go. Now all of a sudden, are you trying to build in an excuse? I mean, because if you're going to show us the latency before, the latency after, and show us how you arrived at that latency number, well, then what's the confusion? What's the problem, right? Why are you trying to preface this? Why are you trying to put an asterisk on this already? Let's keep reading. To a few more sensitive players. Now, I love how is this like a derogatory term? You're trying to hate on people that are sensitive? And how are they, what is your criteria for calling somebody sensitive? I'm curious about that, because I think PK may think there's some people out there that are just haters, and maybe he's calling the haters sensitive. I don't know. Are you sensitive if you own a 4KP and you want this thing to function properly? Let's continue reading. To more sensitive players, they may need to see the latency at 16.66 milliseconds or 8.33 milliseconds. That is not achievable in consumer hardware. Specialized flight simulators are in that realm. Oh, specialized flight simulators. It's crazy. We hope you will enjoy what we are about to present to you. We are going through the baked in and platform sign-off process, which takes time. We are almost there. 3 exclamation points. So hold on just a damn minute. Yeah. These latency numbers. Crazy flight, comparing this to flight simulators, I guess, which, you know, what is that? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Like commercial flight simulator? Here's what everybody wants. And I don't even own one of these damn things. But let me just spell it out for you. Let me tell you exactly what people want. They want their Zen tables that have the same latency as all the other tables. So this number is your standard. whatever the latency is on a Gottlieb freaking table or anything else, where everybody's happy with it, whatever that latency number is, if that's 16.33, if that 16, if that's 16.66, well, I mean, then that's the standard, but you're telling me that's not it. So I'm assuming the latency is not 16 milliseconds. It's 20, 30, whatever the standard is. Okay. And the standard is what every other game is at right now. So this is the numbers you should show. Here is a standard table that everybody seems to love on our platform, and here is its latency number. Now, here is the new Zen Pinball's latency number. Huh? Apples and apples, right? A before and after, and then now talking about sensitive gamers. All of a sudden, I think he's trying to preface this and put asterisks by things. Are you telling me you can't hit the number that all the other games are at? Are you telling me you can't run that latency number? Because I think that is what everybody is expecting. If you have one of these machines and the latency is what it is on that machine and you're okay with it, let's say it's 20. I don't know what it is. Let's say the latency is 20 milliseconds. That's what everybody wants you to hit. That's what everybody's wanting you to hit. The same latency that they've come to expect with every other table. If you cannot hit that, then everything else is just gobbledygook. Now, if the measurable difference between that is with plus or minus 5 milliseconds, whatever, okay, you have some sort of, I don't know, area to kind of play in. You can. This is the world you have to operate in. This is the world you have to live in. But that's what everybody's expecting. I'm sorry, but I'm speaking for the entire community. I know this is probably wrong. I shouldn't do this, but that's what everybody expects. The same play experience across all tables. That's what they're looking for. We're not looking for high science, crazy stuff. We're not trying to give you some flight sim. We don't want you to give us some flight simulator-esque experience. We're looking for consistency throughout all tables. That's what we want. And whatever that number is, that's what you need to hit, period. So you can use all this terminology that you want. You can try to call somebody sensitive. You can say that you're saying that they're going to just want too much, and you're going to worry about fussing over the words. Like, well, fix is it's subjective. It's fluid. It's a fluid term. No, it's very simple. Here's the latency of every other table. Here's where this one's at. Boom, direct comparison done. Before and after. I mean, listen. Let's say the latency of every other table is 20 milliseconds. Like I said, I don't know the numbers. Let's say we're 20 milliseconds. And then let's say the Zen tables are 45, okay? If it drops to 30, it's still 10 milliseconds off from the standard, right? That might be noticeable, but at least you can have that as a comparison, not the before and after. Well, we went from 45 to 30, so that's pretty good. Yeah, but if every other table is 20, I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I hope that they're a little more transparent with this stuff. I hope that they're really getting into the meat and potatoes about it and make it digestible for every single consumer who has this. They just want it to play properly. They want it to play like all the other tables play. That's what they want. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, he's talking technical facts to those who want technical facts. And I agree, technical facts are great. So let's give us some technical facts. Those are going to include the performance of other tables that people seem to be happy with. Give me all the facts about where you were at, and that's great, but also let me know what the other ones are at and how they compare to every other table. That's where we need to be. You can talk about the reduction, and that's great. But if that reduction is still 15 to 20% more lag than every other table, you're going to keep getting complaints. And if the point is to reduce the complaints, then you got to get that performance where it needs to be. That's exactly where it needs to be. In my most humblest of opinions. And few things more humble than a super chat. Hey, $20 from Jason Lilleon. Thank you so much for your $20 super chat, buddy. I really do appreciate it. That ALP 4KP is now $14 cheaper. Thanks, YouTube. Buy now. I hear it makes Julianne fries. Also, Clausen. Kevin Clausen. I don't know what that means. I guess you're trying to get his last name. Did I say his last name wrong? Who knows? Who knows? But I know that I'm happy for your $20 super chat, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. And where's it at? Where's my favorite? Where'd you go? Here it is. And you know what? $20 get you two. I'm going to give you, let me go ahead and hit you with the Running Man. Here you go.
Vanilla ice.
That's right. I have no shame. I have no shame. it's all gone. It makes those people, yeah, sure. It makes those people feel better. Kevin Clausen. Did I say his name wrong? Why y'all making fun of me? It's probably, I don't know, it is something. So basically, when you push a button, you see the flipper move. Yes, they're talking about the delay, the lag between those two, like the lag, that's the problem. And I think they need to give us numbers, give us good comparison numbers. I mean, whatever you can do to improve the lag is great. Don't get me wrong. I don't think you're definitely not moving in the wrong direction. If you're trying to come up with a way to give us more lag, well, that's wrong. That's bad. That's you don't do that. So decreasing that is good. But people are looking for a comparison with other tables that they're happy with. Because sometimes 20, 30, 40, 50, I don't know what that means. Milliseconds are they're short fragments of time. But if you can give me a direct comparison with something that I like and enjoy, hey, pick a table everybody's happy with, a pinball pack that everybody seems to be working fine, no complaints, establish that millisecond delay, that lag, and say, hey, here's that one. Here's how it compares to the Zen tables. Boom, done. That comparison is done. And then the technical jargon, that is icing on the technical cake of tomfoolery. I don't know. Does this bode well for anybody looking to buy the 4KP? You let me know what you think about that in the comment section or in the chat section. I see no reason to jump in right now. I think you should definitely wait and see if this actually, because here's the thing. These are the flagship titles that are actually, this is the appearance of the whole damn pinball machine. So if you want Addams Family or Attack from Mars and that game runs like ass and you're never going to play it, what's the point of having the skin to begin with? Just get rid of the licensing fees and sell me a black version. And I can save $300 or whatever that is, give me a cheaper version of the 4K and I can just play all the other tables. I mean, that's just the way that it is, man. The marquee game has to run great. I mean, maybe not flawless, but at least as good as every other game, that's included on these pinball machines. So that's just my 2 cents. But the numbers you need to hit, guys, quit worrying about the subtlety, the nuance, and the vocabulary. Focus on the performance. Compare that to another game that people like, and I think everybody will be happy. And maybe I'll actually buy one. Okay, so AtGames, we've given you enough of a hard time. Have a break, have a seat, relax, dry your tears. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to something else. Something else that's, once again, a good and good, bad, mixed bag, emotional roller coaster of a company, and that is Evercade. Let's talk about the good right now. Let's talk about a game that has been announced. This takes me back. So if you were into the PlayStation scene at all, I guarantee you at some point you saw the Soul Reaver freaking disc at Walmart, at GameStop. You saw it. And I know you freaking checked it out and you probably played it and you probably liked it because it was a pretty damn good game. It was not bad at all. I did enjoy it. I played it just a little bit back in the day. I had it. I played it for a little bit. It's one of those things you played, you got to put it on the shelf and didn't really get back into it. So it is that hurts. That was uncalled for. That was horrible. that was mean-spirited, damn it. But yeah, so when we saw the announcement of Tomb Raider, that told us that PlayStation games were a possibility. Actually, what is it? There's another one. Which one is it? I think is it Gremlin? Yeah, the Gremlin collection. Is that it? The Gremlin collection had another off-road. Was it hardcore off-road? Hardcore 4x4. So this one right here. See that? You can barely see it. This had hardcore 4x4. I remember playing that on PlayStation. And then, of course, Duke Nukem. So PlayStation games were becoming obviously something more of a possibility, knowing that the system could run those. So Crystal Dynamics obviously did Tomb Raider. That was a big get. Also, they are responsible for these two games right here, Legacy of Kain and Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. So I think it's a good thing. It's another Gigacart or Gigacart. Yeah, go with that. It's their new cart that's bigger. It'll hold more information. So that's the latest and greatest. I think it's an exciting thing. A lot of people saw that and got pumped and got excited. I think it's another great win. Absolutely. I love you, Fox. No worries. I just hit for too long on that. But okay. Side point. No, listen, it's got some good points. Okay. I don't want to hate on it. I'm not trying to hate on it. I'm just trying to acknowledge this is kind of a big deal. And the messaging can get kind of funky. All right. Moving on. But no, I get it. So, but this got me excited thinking about what else could maybe be coming to the Evercade. Maybe this is the collection. This is the Legacy of Kain collection. Could there be a Legacy of Kain collection too? Because, if you've looked at some of these, there's like a lot. I'm looking at Duke Nukem also had collections 1 and 2. I've got the Namco Museum collection 2. A lot of these there were different collections. Collection 1, 2, 3, whatever. Let me pause and take a sip. So good. But that got me thinking, is it possible? Could we get, well, first off, were there more games in this series? Now, the Tomb Raider stuff had a lot of remakes. They had some PS2 remake. They kind of remade the old games, HD remakes, kind of, not really HD remakes, but they overhauled some of the graphics. And they had names like Anniversary and all that. So I don't know if those would really translate. Like having another Tomb Raider collection would make sense, but I guess that's possible down the road. But they weren't really different games or modified games. Legacy of Kain had different games. But here's the question. Now, these were PC, PlayStation 2 games. You had Soul Reaver 2 and you had Blood Omen 2. So direct sequels to those first two games. Is it possible? Could we see these running on Evercade hardware? Is it possible? It's not just, these weren't just PS2 games. There were also Windows games. So is it possible to have like the PC version? I don't really know, but it will be interesting to see and telling that if we see one of these games pop up in that collection 2, or if both these games are included in game 2 or collection 2, maybe next year, maybe they announce that. That's going to be huge because I think it's going to really let us know the possibilities. They're not endless, but you're getting up into an area where it's difficult to emulate these games. Now PCs are a little bit different, but PS2 hardware, PS2 games running at those proper frame rates, that's interesting. So this is cool. I'm not trying to take anything away from this, but it does get you excited about what could possibly happen if we do see a collection 2 in something like this. Because they're going with the bigger carts. So what's the limitations, right? Was it always the cartridge, the amount of memory that could be, or the amount of memory that was on the card itself, the cartridge was the limitation? Or is it the processor that's the limitation? If these games are coded correctly, working with all this, how far can we push it? How far can we go? I'm interested to see where that could possibly go. So for those of you that have pre-ordered the Versus R, the new version of the Versus console, that's the one that plugs in your TV, 2-player, all that good stuff. That is en route. That is actually shipped and it's going to retailers now. So congratulations to you. If you pre-ordered the Tomb Raider cartridge separately, that should be en route also. So that's good, right? Everything was delayed, but that's on it en route. So that's great. Happy for you. But for those of us that pre-ordered the EXP-R, well, guess what? There has been another delay, and this is a pretty big one. This isn't just a 1-month delay. Now we're pushing months into the future. So we got August. So it was supposed to be July, right? So then it was August, September, October, November. In total, a 4-month freaking delay. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But hey, it is what it is. What can you do? But what is the reason for this? What is the reason for this? Well, the reason is this. And they go, can I blow this up bigger? Yeah, let's do this. There we go. It's bigger. Okay. Help me read this a little bit better. So here is the announcement. This is a portion of the announcement, like the fat part, the meaty, the meat that was on the bone. This is what we need to really know. why this thing was delayed. With every hardware release, we carry out a pre-production run before moving to mass production. After extensive testing, no issues were identified at that stage. However, during the final checks on several thousand units, an intermittent problem was found in 20% of the stock. At this point, we decided to halt production and investigate the issue. That's what I want to know. How many of these things were produced? I mean, obviously thousands, but how many thousands? 2,000? 3,000 before they found this problem? It's crazy. Over the past 2 weeks, we have been working diligently to diagnose and resolve the issue. We believe that a faulty component is the cause, and unfortunately, this means that until we are confident the issue is resolved and thorough testing has been conducted, we're being safe and realistic with our new planned release date target. So maybe they're being safe with it. Maybe they can tighten this up. Maybe it can be, because right now you'll see in just a minute what day in November we're talking. Continuing on, they say, we sincerely apologize for bringing you this bad news at such a late stage, but we recognize to ensure that a quick fix was not possible, this delay. Wait, and this is what kills me. I don't understand this part. Everything else I get, it sucks, but you want it to be right. They did this after they tested thousands of units, so they're not taking a loss, but still, that is a loss. They're going to have to put those back in circulation and maybe pull those boards. I don't know. Were these fully assembled units? And now they've got to go back and be disassembled and swap out the motherboard. I don't know. But this I don't understand. This delay will also affect the Evercade Tate grip, which is scheduled to ship at the same time as the Evercade EXP. Now, I don't know if this is just like a shipping thing. I don't know. But the last thing, this is the caveat. This is the good thing, right? Please note that this situation does not affect the Versus R, the Tomb Raider Collection cartridge, or the Thalamus cartridge, Collection 1 cartridge, all of which are currently being shipped to our retail partners. So that's good for you if you bought that cartridge. That's fine. That's great. No problem for you. If you bought the Versus, great. But if you're like me and you purchased the handheld, you pre-ordered the handheld, you're kind of bummed. But why is the Tate, it's a piece of plastic. Why is that also delayed? Was that okay? They were allocating so much per container, so they don't want to send out a half full container. Maybe it's possible. I don't know. Maybe the first container was going to be the Versus and all the game cartridges, and then the second container was going to be. I guess that's probably what it is. Some kind of a shipping thing. I don't know why this affects a piece of plastic. There's no components in a piece of plastic, but plastic. What are we looking at? What are we talking about? So here are the two things that you're going to be impacted if you ordered either one of these devices, one of these things. If you ordered a Tate controller, hoping you were just going to get that and use it on your existing EXP, you're going to have to wait on that, which kind of sucks. But we are talking about, they have pushed it all the way to the end of November. November 29th is when you're going to get this. Now, you can see by the packaging, and if you ordered your EXP-R, you know that the game is included in that package. The Tomb Raider game was included in that package. So that's the one that I got. And that sucks because now I can't even play the game on my Super Pocket. Now, I don't know that I would have played a lot of it on my Super Pocket, but it would have had the option. So now I'm stuck waiting for three things: the EXP-R, the cartridge, and the Tate grip. Both of them. All three of them. Damn. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because I've done a lot of pre-ordering this year, and there hasn't been a lot of stuff to get. Now, I've been having a ton of fun with these real arcades. Some of them more than others. Crazy Taxi. I loved you. I still love it, but the monitors piss me off. So, I pre-ordered this stuff. I've been kind of waiting, kind of jonesing to get some stuff in, and I'm going to miss out on this stuff. I'm not going to get it. So that kind of sucks. That's not good. But anyway, so that's the latest and greatest from that. Some of it's great, some of it's not great. If you were getting a Versus R, it's on its way. Don't worry about it. If you just ordered the cartridge, lucky you. I'm not going to get anything. I got to wait till November for everything. So it's going to turn into a Christmas gift for me, I guess. P-Dubs, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Hey, Fox, just saying hello. Been renovating the bathroom all day. You are a badass. That's right. Keep on keeping on, brother. Keep getting it done out there. Working hard. Proud of you. Another fellow badass in the community. Absolutely. Brooklyn Minute says, Thalamus. is an awesome collection of Commodore 64 games. But I can never say it right, man. I got problems. I can't speak, can't use words. There were huge hits in European countries. Yeah, I know everybody was excited about it. I just, I can't use words. It's tough. Brooklyn, it's tough. It's tough out there for an illiterate bastard like me. There have been newer versions of Tomb Raider released in recent years that will look much better. Yeah, I mean, I've got the HD remake that allows you to switch between the stock graphics and the new graphics. Yeah, I mean, I have other ways to play Tomb Raider, but I kind of wanted to see how it ran on the hardware. I want to see how the cartridge worked. I want to see what was the lag. Was it chunky? Was it slow? Did it have lag? All that stuff. I mean, that's, and if it's a good game and if you like the game, if you like the series, you want to collect multiple versions of it. It's what we do. So, yeah, I mean, I know, and those things are probably better experiences overall. I mean, you can plug it into a big TV. Obviously, I've got it on PS5, so obviously it runs better. But I wanted it. I wanted to have that for the collection. I want to add that to the Evercade collection. If you collect for Evercade, you want some of the big marquee titles. That was definitely one of them for sure. One I needed. You're helping me phonetically. Thalamus. The thalamus. Thank you so much for helping a brother out. It's tough. It's tough out here being a dummy. I still have the PS1. Do you really? But still pre-ordered Tomb Raider for Evercade just to have it in it. You right, Mike? You gotta have it. You gotta have it in the collection. Thank you. Hooked on phonics, buddy. I will figure this stuff out. Thank you so much, everybody, for helping me getting words out. Words tough for Fox. Let me take a sip before we move on to the final topic of the night. It's a damn good bourbon. It is a damn good bourbon. I thought it was a little harsh when I bought it. Kind of disappointed. Like, man, what the hell? That's a good bourbon. You got to drink it neat, though. If you get Blanton's, at least leaving this, I guess it's the cheaper Blanton's that they make. Drink it neat. You definitely want to drink it neat for sure. Moving on to something else. Unico coins. Yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. So let me just check something over here going on. Open this up real quick. And okay, just want to make sure that was good. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Unico. But before we get into the coin, let's talk about some more pictures that we saw on their website. I had these sent to me, but they were posted on the website. So here you go. Let's check this out. And more pictures of the production. Many Unicos being assembled. Looking good. As always, you can kind of get a little peek. If you look at the very bottom, you can see there's a shot of the new board down there. Okay, hold on. What are we doing here? Hi, Fox. You are the real deal, P-Jobs. No, he is not. He is a fellow badass in arms. Memes of destruction. How the hell are you, buddy? Good to see you again. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a little bit, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So we got some monitors going on there. The main chunk of the bar top, the glorified bar top, that's going on. That's looking really good. And let's go ahead and check this out. This is kind of a cool thing. If you sit here and you count them all, see how many there are. There's a lot. There's more than 2. I know that. So this is definitely this is old pictures now. These should all be in a container, coming to the States. All this looks great. But we saw something new and exciting. And this was announced. So here you go. Let me just throw it up there real quick. And this is the Nova Blast coin. Yes, Unico is providing a Nova Blast coin. I think this is kind of, so just off to the side, like, I think this is cool. This is nice. It's a nice little touch. Okay. And what they said on the Facebook page is that we're gonna give you these coins. We've made these coins so that kind of a way to say we're sorry for being a little late, but the wait's gonna be worth it and all that. And this is cool. Now this is 2 sides of the same gold coin. They're gonna have this available in silver also. But I was asking some questions like, well, hey, how many coins are we getting? Like, are they going to be a combination? Is it silver? Is it? Are we going to have like? Is it like a pre-order like priority thing? Like if you were the first person to pre-order, you get a gold coin, you get a silver coin. I didn't get any answer from them yet. I hope that I get an answer. Yeah, Frank, it's not bad. But the problem is the answers. And that's the problem we're having with Unico. I'm excited about the Unico Nova Blast. I'm excited about that because I got to check it out. I mean, I'm excited for anything candy cab related. I got a real candy cab. I love it. And it's a great way to play, especially when you get a little bit older. It's nice to sit down and play. I got some stools, sit down. You could throw any kind of game in there. It's great. So, but these things are expensive. The whole point of the Unico was to sort of try to recreate that at a much cheaper price, like $1,500, right? $1,300. I think it's actually $1,200 and then like $200 for shipping. So it's nothing to sneeze at. It's a fairly expensive thing. So that really kind of, dovetails into my point. The answers to the questions. I asked about the coins and, didn't really get a response. I sent out my email just like most of you did, or any of you that bought the Unico 26-inch monitor. I sent my email out whenever they told us to do that, right? Here's an email, send an email out. Let us know how many you have with the order numbers and all that. I did that. I sent that email. Hey, here's my email. I just want to get 2 because I only have 2 right now. I bought others, but I'm not going to try to be greedy. I just want to get 2 boards. So I sent them those order numbers. I never got a reply. Not getting responses back. The delays in the communication is definitely something they have to work on. And, I do what I can, but I don't work for them. I'm jazzed about it. I want to help them because I can tell they're a small company, but communication takes some time, but it's not expensive. It doesn't cost you that much. Communication can be the killer. Now, if you look back at all these other companies, if you're talking about, we gave AtGames a hard time, but they're being very specific about the proposed fix and what they plan to do and the method at which they're going to roll this stuff out. If you look at Evercade talking about delays, it sucks, but there's very specific press releases. There's very specific articles. If you go to the website, they have a website. You can go and you can see all this stuff. And it breaks it down for you and tells you what's going to be delayed, what's not going to be delayed, and all that. We're not getting some of these answers. And I know they're a small company, and I get it, but that's not really an excuse when you're talking about something that is so damn expensive. And that's what people are talking about. It's not just the Nova Blast, which is very expensive, but so these monitors. These Phoenix monitors are not cheap at $300, and people expect them to be right. And now that you say you got this awesome fix, I'm excited about it. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to test it. But I've had mine, in my midway cabin over there, my cruising cab, and the bottom is still cut off, and I'm still waiting. And I got excited about this fix, and I sent my email in, and I never got a response. So did you get my email? Did I have the wrong email address? I don't think I did. I wrote it down right. So what's going on there? Communication has got to improve. It's got to improve at Unico, and it's got to improve. I think they're doing a pretty good job at AtGames. They may be mad about some of the vocabulary, mad about some of the words being used, but for the most part, I think they're pretty good. AtGames is good. Evercade is good. They're good with their communication. New Wave Toys is really good too. They're talking about stuff. They're letting you know when stuff is about to go. They're letting you know, hey, there's a delay, but if you want to get out, if you want your money back, we'll do that for you. No problem. It is what it is. But what am I missing here? Somebody said, did I miss a super chat? Missed the super chat? Did I miss a super chat? I hope not. That would be horrible. Let me go over here. Where is the super chat? I got a super sticker from Vasil for $5. Thank you so much for your super sticker. What is it? I can't see it over here. Is it in? Let me look at the live chat. Can I see what the super sticker is? Where is it? Oh, hey, it's a fox doing kung fu. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your $5 super chat, brother. Really do appreciate it. And thanks for letting me know. Who said that? Who said that? Let me scroll down. I want to make sure I highlight you. Yeah. Retro Double X Roofer. Thank you so much for letting me know I missed the super chat. Damn it, man. What the hell is wrong with me? No, I'm not stealing. I'm not. I'm asking. You're giving to me. Thank you so much, Vasil, again, for your super sticker of the Kung Fu Fox. Let me give you a little Kung Fu myself. Look out. Here it comes. Which one? Not that one. Oh, you know what? In honor, this is not going to be Kung Fu. This is going to be some badass adamantium claws coming right at you. Here you go. Let's go.
Wolverine wins. Rookie.
Yes, that is correct. All super chats must be announced. That's the whole point. Absolutely. And I apologize for missing it. Yeah, and that was just in acknowledgement of the badass Wolverine versus Deadpool movie. Crossed $1 billion. That's awesome. But yeah, so the communication, while this stuff is cool, the pictures are great. The included added things are cool, that's all great. But we need better communication. Unico has got to get better at communication. I mean, and listen, even Arcade One Up is great at communicate. Well, I mean, I was going to go to their website and show you, but I can't really do well because the Edge can't see anything. But yeah, they got to get better at their communication, and I really hope that they do that because it matters. Because even if you get it, you finally get your hands on one and you love it and it's great, and you tell everybody about it, you do videos about it, whatever, you tell people just in your Facebook groups and all that, everybody that interacts with Unico is going to be disappointed. They're going to be frustrated because it's just taking forever. It's like pulling teeth to get all this information out. So this is cool. The coin is cool, but none of this matters if we don't have good communication. You got to be confident in what you're buying. If you're spending over $1,000 on something, the confidence has got to be there. And the only way you're going to really cement that and exude that and let people feel that confidence is by constant communication, constant updates, letting everybody know. Because I can tell you, if you ever bought something on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, if the seller never replies, never gets back with you, never tells you, never gives you any tracking information, never tells you that it gives you a good description of the thing, it's not good. It doesn't give you a warm and fuzzy. And most of you are kind of like me, and eventually, maybe if you did make the purchase, if this goes on for too long, then you're just going to check out. You're just going to cancel that order. You're going to call the credit card company and say, listen, just don't pay that. Don't pay that charge, and just go on. And it's a damn shame because I think that the Unico Nova Blast is cool. And I haven't even seen the final version. I even think it's worth the money. If you don't have access to if you can't get your hands on a regular, like a candy cab with a great CRT, if you can't get your hands on a real candy cab, and if the Chulix or Vulix, the big 16:9 monitor, if that isn't really your bag, if you want to play more classic games, if you want that 4:3 aspect ratio, this is a great option for you. It really is a cool product. But until they dig in and fix the communication issue, it's always going to be a problem. And it's going to limit their sales. It's going to limit their interaction. It's going to limit the growth of the community and all that stuff. They have got to get better at that. And that's what I want to see. So I like your included stuff, your coins and all this stuff. And I'm excited about the Nova Blast. I'm excited to get my updated boards for my 26-inch monitors. But until I see some of that communication, all that excitement's kind of getting quelled. And you don't want that. No company wants that. I mean, come on. Who wants to be like these guys? I don't want to see ads on your website covering everything you own. It's misplaced priorities, to say the very least. But anyway, that's enough bitching for one night. Oh, would you look at that?
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up.
Okay, it is that time to go ahead and wrap it up. But all my members, you stay right here. You're going to be automatically redirected to the after show tonight. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be live. We're talking about all this good stuff and much, much more. If you want to become a member, just hit that join button. It's only $5 a month. Cancel anytime. And you get access to every single after show and some special behind the scenes stuff. It's the after shows. And there's also some special members only posts that I do that only members can see. But before we go, we got to talk about that poll question. Let's go ahead and jump up real quick and answer that. Check it out. What did you answer? I asked a question. You gave me your answer. Here was a question. What do you think about the whole AtGames 4KP rollout? You had 4 options. Let's go ahead and end this poll now. 132 votes. Not bad, everybody. I appreciate you partaking in the poll. But let's go ahead and end that right now. Okay, so coming in the number 4 spot, only 9% of you say that everything's going great. Nothing to see. Everything's fine. Coming in the number 3 is most of the news is bad. And coming in at number 1, what's it going to be is bumpy, but on the right track. So most of you, I think, are going to be positive. That's like giving them, I think, a B instead of an A. It's like an 8 out of 10 is not bad. So that's pretty good. And then, of course, coming in the number 2 spot is this reminds me of iArcade. So that's not good. But so it looks like over 50%, 54% of you say that it's bumpy, but they're on the right track. So that's good. Let's hope that they can keep that much goodwill going, because they definitely need it. And hopefully this fix will truly fix it. I don't care what words you use. fix is getting the lag equal to the other games that you offer. That's just what it is. Okay, guys, I'm going to be in town this week. I'm going to be working on the bar, obviously, but I'm going to be working on other videos about these damn cabinets behind me. Probably going to dig into the Crazy Taxi and diagnose that problem. Maybe do a video about that also. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Don't work too hard this week. Have a blessed day, a blessed week, and I will see all of you right back here next time. Peace.